What the fuck?
I'm a bitch. I'm a loser. That's what Wes was saying when he got his voice back this summer. He's a bitch. He thinks he's Ariel or something. Shut up. I hate him.
Is this in the Little Mermaid, ho? You
This is
suck.
not the Little Mermaid. You might be a ginger, but you are not Ariel.
You got your voice? Please lose it again. We don't want to
Lose it
hear from
again.
you.
We don't want to hear this.
Mm-mm.
Too
Mm-mm.
much. Not my Ariel. I can't.
Oh
Oh.
my God.
Shout out though
That's
to the Little
funny.
Mermaid movie with Ali. We saw that together.
Yeah?
We did
I
with
don't
our other
remember.
friend, and then we went to a food truck after.
What was the truck?
It had like
Maybe.
wings and other things.
Oh yeah, we went like to a matinee. Like not me remembering the food only. We went to like a matinee, right?
No, I think it was just a normal one.
Oh, I thought it was like during the day that we ate.
Oh,
I remember
maybe it
the
was
sun
during
being
the
out
day.
by the
It's a
trucks.
matinee just during the day, or is that where they give you food as well?
Oh, Brandon.
I
A
don't know.
matinee is a movie like in the afternoon, like two.
Oh, then
Usually
yes.
it's cheaper.
Period. We did go during the day. I don't know
Period.
what is it called with the theater they serve you food. I feel like that's called something. I don't know anything. I don't go to the movies. I need to
Some
go
of it,
more.
yeah. There's a bunch of movies we need to watch. Apparently, fuck.
Hmm.
I need to go see Michael.
I need to see The Devil Wears Prada too.
We should watch that together. That'd be fun. Maybe Gia wants to go.
I think she's going with coworkers. She
Boo.
told me recently, but maybe she'll see it again with us.
Hmm.
But anyways, y'all, welcome to the Shade of It All. I'm Brandon,
I'm Maggie.
and we're here to talk about the latest episode of Summer House.
We are. We are. This one with little thickums.
This one was good.
It was good.
It had some meat to it. It had some
Yeah.
drama, a lot of online discourse about it.
Some West Side Story spottings. Because I'm like, why are you doing that?
Oh,
Wait, ew.
yeah.
Why they do that? Oh,
Mm.
gross. Ew.
More than ever this episode.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
They just keep
Um,
showing their asses.
they really do. But before we get into the episode, I do want to shout out to Sierra Miller. She did coverage for E for the Met Gala. She looked amazing.
Hmm.
Um, the Met Gala was this past Monday. We're recording on Wednesday. A lot of the looks were very underwhelming, but I will say I liked hers, and Emma Chamberlain was best dressed. Um, with that, also shout out to her. She had just recently did an Old Navy ad with Paris Hilton and Kathy Hilton and Rob from The Traders and Love
Period.
Island.
I don't care. Sears in her bag.
Period. We'll accept you being with Rob.
I like
Um,
Paris Hilton. Fuck Rob.
period. Um, also speaking of Love Island, there was a promo released today, just a cute one with Ariana.
Hmm.
Ariana looked great, but that did remind us that in a month it's going to be June 2nd. Right now it's May 6th, so but
Oh
June
my
2nd it's
God.
going to be premiering with the 8 hour premiere episode they always do.
Oh yeah.
But I am excited nonetheless, and I'm excited to get back into it regardless. You know, it can be stressful because there's like 87 episodes a week and they're like 18,000 hours long. Uh,
I love how the numbers just keep getting bigger. 8 hour episodes.
yeah, but and the online discourse is horrendous half the time. But we're regardless nonetheless because our community that we have built, I feel like, is very fun to engage with.
It is. It is. We have a good time with Love Island. If you don't want Love Island ruined, just like stick to our TikTok.
Period. That's the best promo we can give you. Um, but no, I that should be fun. And like, it's been a minute. I think enough time has passed. I'm ready to welcome Love Island back into my life.
How are you? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
mainly because Beyond the Villa ends today.
Hmm.
Which thank God this season of Beyond the Villa has sucked. We have not covered it on the pod. And there's nothing to cover really.
I think
Um,
it's done after this. There's unless
it should be.
unless something amazing happens, I really feel like this is the last time they're gonna do it.
Maybe, or they just got to change the format. I don't know.
Or
It's
change everything. Do it immediately after the villa. Like us seeing them go home and like reacclimate and like that would be interesting. But I feel like it's too far after the season for people to care. And then the people who do care, it's like not even that great. Like watching it even for season 6, it was like cool or whatever, but I really just wanted to see PPG. I was like, y'all could have just made
yeah.
a YouTube channel, you know?
I
Like
will
there was some
say,
drama, but not much.
yeah, I mean, this season's so bad, it's low key. I'm like, oh, well, maybe season one wasn't that bad,
Yeah. No,
but
I
it
actually,
was.
yeah. It just feels very forced. We're really trying to make Beyond the Villa happen.
Yeah.
It's not.
We
It's
need to
not
stop
supposed to
trying to make
happen.
fetch happen with that one.
Literally.
Um, but regardless, it ends tonight. They've been dropping 2 episodes a week. I don't know if it's because they know it flops and they're trying to get it out as soon as possible, or
Yeah.
if that was always the plan.
They're trying to get as
But
much money back for it as possible.
yeah, but it came and went, which I do thank them for. And I will at least start to watch the final 2 episodes after we record this podcast. Just because even though I complain about things, I will still finish them and watch them. Um, but with that, shall we jump into the episode?
Let's do it.
All right. So this episode started on a very wholesome note.
Yeah,
Um,
it was sweet.
it was really sweet. Jesse, West, Ciara, Carl, and I believe Ben
Yeah.
went to help volunteer at this camp that's with kids with cancer, but it's also like family members or friends of kids with cancer and all of that. And it was just a really sweet moment seeing them interact with everyone and like do the activities and everything.
Yeah. They were kind of like camp counselors for the day, I guess. And they just
Yeah.
like facilitate, like just jumped in and interacted with the kids. It was really sweet to see.
It was. And, hearing Jesse reflect about how, this summer he said he tried to pursue something with someone that wasn't right. And like, really, like, he has so many people that cares about him, but he's still lonely. But like, he really needs to just work on himself. And I'm like, you know what? I will accept this moment of reflection and this wonderful volunteer moment. And though I will not say that I think you fully changed or that I stand you or that God bless Jesse, I will say you're on the path to being better. And I accept that.
Not even a God bless is crazy. But yeah, it seems like he's growing. We've seen a different side of him. He's been
We
more of an
have.
observer this season, kind
Hmm.
of like, I guess an advice giver a little bit. But it is really cool to see the self-reflection in him being like, maybe I need to work on himself. And then also reflecting on his journey with cancer and like how he was able,
Hmm.
like how he's in remission and, you know, the life that he has and things like that. So I'm seeing some growth from Jesse for sure.
Agreed.
I'd
It
love
was a really nice moment.
well, I'd love to I'm curious next season, maybe the scenarios where we get to see him put it in action. And
Well,
if he
that's the
does.
thing. We always gotta, because they say these things, and then we get to the next season and it's
We
the
gotta hold our
opposite.
breath.
We
Yeah.
gotta just wait. We'll be cautiously optimistic with this one.
Yes, definitely.
But then after we get Bailey's It Girl event because she's an It Girl and she's such an It Girl because she has It Girl and she has the I and the T, but not the
Hmm.
ooh. I don't know what I was just saying. Um,
And we see a lot of it girl stuff. Levi's there. But do we know what this event was for? Or what it was about? Or what it girl is about? Unsure. Unclear.
questionable.
That's okay though. If I was Bailey, I'd be mad. I was like, production, you had one job. You asked me, what stuff do you want to? Oh, let me show it, girl. But what is it?
Mm. It's a way of life.
What was the event for?
I
Just
guess
for
just to
it, girl?
celebrate the brand.
Oh, was it an anniversary?
I maybe potentially.
Over
It,
my head.
it wasn't
Just
clear
because.
enough.
I
Um,
liked Bailey's dress and I liked Levi's dress.
Agreed. And it looked like a cute event. Levi did her big one with that one.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of discourse online about Levi
Yeah.
because she was at like a virtual reality event or something, and they asked her about um people thinking that Darrow's with KJ for the wrong reasons and how Lindsay said that during some video or whatever. And she said in the clip I saw, she said that they also mentioned because there was the argument between Dara and her that we didn't get to see, but it was like in the mid-season trailer.
Hmm.
Um, and she said that it may come up in the reunion, or that it will come up, and like they talked about it in the reunion, and that essentially, she does think that Dara is in it for the wrong reasons.
Ooh.
And the internet's not happy with her.
Well, Brandon, you thought that initially. How do you feel about it now?
Ooh, putting me on the spot. Here's the thing. It's complicated because I've grown to like I really like Dara and KJ, and like I've gone back and forth with Dara, but I would hope she's not with KJ for the wrong reasons or anything, or like fame or
Yeah.
whatever. And he threaded after that clip came out and was just like, last time I checked, my girl was like famous before even meeting me or like even being on the show, because she did have a following online. And like I would agree with that. Like, it's just I don't think I want to hope that she's not. My thing's this, I just need to hear the reasons. Because it's a lot of like, oh, there's reasons, but we haven't heard the actual reasons. So I hope we get that at the reunion.
Reasons why they like each other?
Why Dara would be in it for the wrong reasons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I like we haven't
Yeah,
really
that's
heard
true.
any.
Like, what does she have to gain from doing that?
Yeah, and it's just like, why do y'all think that? I'll give it like it seemed like it was edited out if that was approached in the season because we didn't see the argument.
I guess
Um,
in her defense, she was gonna be on it anyway.
yeah,
I guess she got more airtime. No, she was introduced as Wes's friend, right?
yeah. And
So would she have been there all some? Maybe not as often, but it sounds like they were bringing her in. Period, and
I mean,
everything.
look, getting in a relationship or being with somebody is going to get you like more of a storyline and more of a presence. Do I
Hmm.
like, I don't, I mean, she came in an event where it was like a dating event.
Hmm.
And we did note that it was kind of like, okay, it was very much like, okay, she's going to be with KJ or Ben, like right off the bat. I will say, there is editing, and clearly the story the show wanted to present was just that. When I'm sure she had
Yeah,
other conversations and things like that.
that's true.
Um, but I
It's
don't know.
interesting.
It's just tricky because some people were saying like, oh, Levi's only saying this because Dara took her spot and things like that. And although I'm not like that could be part of it, it seems as though they did argue during filming.
Mm.
And also like I don't know if Levi would have known, oh, Dara's taking my spot, because if y'all see the cast photo, Levi's smack dab in the middle and was advertised as a main cast member before we found
Yeah.
out that they edited her out. So I think they all thought they were in it until it aired.
Yeah.
And then she's like, now wait a minute.
Yeah, I think
Um,
Levi pissed somebody off behind the scenes, and it's not related to Dara because Dara's story is KJ's story. You record them at the same time.
yeah,
It's not like there's like we're rushing for or we're crunched for numbers to give Levi.
right.
I don't know.
It's just tricky. And it's just like, look, my thing's this. I hope Dara is not using KJ. I think they're cute together and I really like KJ. But I will say I'm not gonna like go to bat and like defend it because quite honestly, we barely seen their relationship.
Yeah.
So like they're still together today, which I do think is a testament. But like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we don't. I don't know them as a couple or like enough to be like, oh, they're the best couple. And I mean, this is mainly because there's some people who are just like they're the best couple ever. Like da 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 da. It's like okay, well, we barely seen them. Like I like them, but it's like
Yeah. I feel like they've shown us more of KJ than anything, and he's a sweet guy, you know.
yeah,
Yeah. This one's tough. I usually just take things at face value and I don't question it a whole lot. So when
hmm
they got together, I was just like, okay, cool. Um, and I do think that you'd have to be a really great actress to like sway this person. you know.
Agreed. And for it to
Sounds
go
like she
on
was
this
looking
long,
right. And KJ's not stupid. And like we've seen him show, I feel like pretty decent discernment.
yeah.
So for it to go on that long, but I feel like they were both open and ready to something. It moved at the pace that they were both cool with.
Hmm.
That's it. That's all I see until we see something else. Until I'm shown otherwise.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. Because too, what is it? What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I did see because after this all came out, I noticed because I I'm too online. Levi posted like a picture of herself or something on Instagram, and Mia had liked it.
Hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I wouldn't. If I'm gonna be frank, I don't. No one was defending Dara when this story, like when Levi said that and when maybe this conversation was going on online. The only person who did was
Oh,
KJ, as he should, but none of the cast members did. So I
ugh.
do question if any of the cast members might be thinking the same thing.
That's solid to me because they are intentional about who they support or align and like what they say, what they like, what they comment on. So
Hmm.
that is telling to me. So maybe it is different.
It could be, or maybe I don't know. And then another thing is just like I feel like, and this is more in defense of KJ and Dara. Actually, I feel like the Bravo audience likes to build people up to unrealistic expectations, only to like watch them fall. And then if something goes wrong next season, they're gonna be like coming for
Fuck
them.
him. I never liked him. He was the worst the whole time. Yeah.
Right. And because it's kind of like when Lindsay and Carl first got together, I saw a lot of the audience, although I do being more online and seeing more with like TikTok and everything, I feel as though the internet is more split on opinions than we see. It just depends on what side of it we see.
Yeah.
But a lot that I saw when they first got together was people supporting them. And when the cast was kind of against them and didn't think a lot of their stuff was real, a lot of the audience was like, oh, they're just jealous, or why would they say this? Da 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 da. And then the next season, when it was revealed that they were a mess and a lot of it was put on, it was kind of like, oh, Carl and Lindsay should never be together. And it's like, okay, but that's not what y'all were saying. Like the audience
Pick a
flips,
narrative. Yeah.
right?
Y'all flip too quick.
And by no means do I think KJ and Dara are anything like Lindsay and Carl. I want to make that clear. But just as
Yeah.
far as an example of the audience will support you for as long as they want to support you.
Yeah. Maybe we should just keep a level head because we barely saw anything.
Yes. And if any of these recent scandals have taught us, we just need to keep one eye open on literally everyone.
Everybody can't trust any of these people.
You can't. But with that, I do hope that's not true. That
Yeah.
I would hope Dara's in it for the right reasons
Me
because I would
too.
protect KJ with my soul. I love him dearly.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
like Dara. I'm not going to say love just because I honestly I don't feel as though we've seen enough of Dara to say love. But I like
Yeah.
her, and
Yeah.
she's
I
very
like her
pretty.
too.
So
She is pretty.
hey, um, but with that, so yes, the internet's kind of gone against Levi. Some people are agreeing with her. I've seen more against her. But ultimately, I hope we do see stuff at the reunion to kind of just like at least put a button on this narrative, or maybe it'll bleed into next season. That could be
Yeah.
interesting.
It could be.
Um, But at this It Girl event, Amanda came with awfully parted hair.
Oh my God. It was like bumpy in the back. I was like, damn.
Because she keeps parting it in ways she shouldn't part it. And it doesn't look good. I don't know why she looks in the mirror and leaves the house. I
She's
don't
like,
get it.
perfect.
She's like, great.
Amazing.
This
It's
is
like, bitch,
perfect.
brush your hair. Uh, when you used to say the thing about her brushing her hair, I don't have the same texture hair. And I don't really pay attention to stuff like that, but it was clear this time. I was like, oh my God, Amanda,
It was,
please.
and it was in a lot of scenes this time. Um, but she had the conversation with Lindsay and her Bob, and Lindsay was talking about her conversation with Sharon. And like Sharon was like a mother figure to me. And like Kyle's parents would never go on TV and say that you shouldn't get married. And I'm like, well, her parents did at one point, kind of. But regardless, look, there's been a lot of like I would say split as well discourse about Lindsay. I think a lot of people thought Lindsay was really rude to Sharon last episode and all of that.
Rude, really?
Yeah, a lot of people were just like, oh, the respect your elders kind of argument. And just
But what did
like,
she say that was disrespectful?
I think it was just like her demeanor and kind of
Oh, of
like,
not. Okay.
and kind of being a little like, oh, yeah, Chema, she's mean, just like her mom, right? Like, kind of just like,
Uh,
eh. But like I said last time, I don't really give a fuck. I'm like, I don't know why the mom went to talk to her. I understand why the mom would defend her son. I understand Lindsay's trauma with it. But what I would also tell Lindsay is if you want your trauma to be respected, you got to respect others too. Because you throwing jabs at Carl's soft bar when you know the meaning behind that,
yeah, it's fucked up.
I don't, but that's very Lindsay. She wants her things to be kind of accepted and appreciated and people to kind of like see her side, but she doesn't often see other people's perspectives.
Okay, so they showed us that flashback of Sharon telling, I think, Lindsay that she doesn't think they should get married.
Yeah, it was like at her bridal shower or something. Lindsay was
Hmm.
like, I heard you were saying that maybe you were concerned about us getting married. And Sharon was like, yes. And I was like, oh,
Yes, I'm very concerned. Yes, precisely. Now, that's so then what do you want? You were concerned about them getting married. They didn't get married, and now you want her to talk to you? For what?
yeah, it's just all of it's kind of like a big
The fuck do you want?
why. Like,
Yeah, like, oh,
uh,
because now if like you really loved them and were rooting for them or something, that's kind of the energy it was giving at the event. I was like, okay, she really like rooted for you guys and is bummed you broke up. But if you didn't really support us before, then what the fuck do you have to say about 2 years later?
yeah, it's just very much like producer. I think I might have said this last time, but producer being like, talk to Lindsay.
Yeah. Do you think Sharon was trying to be nice this time? Was that her attempt to like an olive branch? I don't know why you need olive branches with Lindsay. You're never gonna see her again unless Carl has another event you go to. But
I think as nice as a boy mom can be,
they love their boys.
they do.
Boys can never do anything wrong, boy moms.
Ain't that the truth? Um, except for
Ugh.
my mom, she's always telling me when I'm wrong.
Your mom's the best.
Ugh, she's fun. Um, but yeah, and then Lindsay's ultimately like, I'm sick of being made to be the villain just because they present themselves as victims. And you know what? That's kind of a bar. I agree to an extent, but I also think if you're constantly being portrayed as a villain, maybe some introspection.
Yeah. Like why what kind of villain acts do we do? Maybe let's watch this whole episode and see.
Let's see our villainous behavior. Um, but okay, so that was it, I think, for the It Girl party, really.
Yeah.
Is this then where we get the Lorax?
Yes.
Ciara decides to dress as the Lorax for reasons unknown, but I don't need to know them because I just loved it.
I was like, what? I'm watching all. First off, this is funny as fuck. I love her. Whenever she gets dressed up, I'm like, just do it. Usually it's for like a party or something. So I'm like, why the Lorax? Like, why? Now, this past summer, a lot of people were dressed up as the Lorax. There was a girl online dressed up. I can't remember her name. I want to give her credit, but I think y'all know who I'm talking about. She dressed up as like Megamind and the Lorax and just a bunch of
Oh,
other people. Um, but anyway, I was just like, why while we were live? And he's just like, she did it for the love of the game. And I think that's the
period.
perfect, I think that's the perfect way to put it,
That's all
AJ.
we need to say.
Just cause she fucking can.
As she can and as she should. There was something
Hmm.
about just seeing her like skinny legs with just like the little stomach and like the way she was standing. I like could not. Um, and then with like Mia walks in first and she kind of just sees her and stares. And then they like do like the water guns and everything. And then Lindsay or no, Sierra's just like, guns down. Do y'all want to be on my team?
It was cute. They're like, yes, absolutely.
Lindsay's
It's
like,
Lindsay and Mia, right? Yeah.
yeah, and Lindsay's like, I'm a sharpshooter. I was in ROTC, don't you remember?
But she was a cute high schooler. I was like, oh, Lindsay,
I was like, Lindsay, you would
why were
be in
you in
ROTC.
ROTC?
Least surprising bit of information.
Really?
Lindsay being in
You
ROTC,
gotta explain. I don't know her.
she has a stern face and a sterner personality. She's ready.
All right.
She's just very intense, you
She
know?
is. I get that.
Um, so more and more people trickle in. I think KJ and Dara are the next people. This one was just funny because KJ, oftentimes when he moves his body, it's as if he's just learning that he has the capability to move his body. Like he's the scarecrow or something. Like it's the funniest thing to me.
Hmm.
But love him. And then Dara, it's like she's a good sport about it because I think even like her hair gets wet and stuff. Like she gets kind of wet and she's just like laughing it off. And I say this
Hmm.
to point out about somebody else
Yes.
who we will see that um wasn't the best sport despite not even getting wet. Before that though, I do believe um Levi, Bailey, West, and maybe Jesse show up. And then they
Hmm.
take it like champs and everything.
It was
Maybe
fun.
Carl as well.
Yeah.
Um, so then the final group is Ben, Kyle, and Amanda. Boatloads of fun. Amanda walks in first, but they say something like, okay, let's not squirt her. And this is the Debbie Downer. She's like, why is Tara's bag outside? Thanks for not squirting me. Everything's wet.
Everything's wet in here. It's
Why
like,
is everything wet?
and they literally just stop, and she gets to walk inside, and I'm like, ew, why do you have to be like that? Like, you literally ruined the fun. I mean, I'm glad they didn't let you ruin the fun, but like, you're such a killjoy, Debbie Downer. Like, what the fuck?
You're like the wettest blanket, yet you're complaining about things being wet. Bitch, shut up. Anyways,
Please, please.
like I can't. It was just so like, oh, like I get not wanting to get wet and maybe being like, thanks for not wetting me, but like, why are you like killing the vibe?
Literally.
I can't. And then they douse Kyle and Ben with a
And
lot.
they took it like champs. It was cute.
They took it very well. Um, and so then they all kind of rejoice and whatever. And then Lindsay says how tonight she's going to host the second annual Freedom Dinner to Freedom. Her body's shaking all over the place. She's like, freedom, 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 freedom. Um, because Carl said something about, oh, it's National Beach Day because they're going to the beach. And then Lindsay's like, oh, I thought you were gonna say it was the anniversary of us breaking up to freedom. And then it's just like, okay. Carl's just like, anyways.
Oh, right, right, right. We did break up a year ago as well. Man, for somebody who doesn't care, you bring it up every afternoon. Bitch, you're consistently talking about this nonsense. Like, oh my God. You're not
No.
embarrassed. You're not embarrassed. You sound so pressed about it. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
They all get ready for the beach. The men decide to just shave only have mustaches. I forget why, but they
Oh,
did
I didn't
that.
even see that.
But KJ does say that he's so happy about the community that has been built with the guys this summer, and he's so appreciative of it. And we'll learn more about that later, but it's just very sweet.
Yeah.
Um, so they all go to the beach and, they do beach activities, nothing crazy. On the way to the beach, though, Ciara reveals to her car, which I think was Ben, Jesse, Lindsay, Mia, and West.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, I saw Amanda this week and we were talking about her and Kyle. And I suggested that maybe they could separate for like a month and like date each other because they're just all in each other's space. And Lindsay's like, that's a great idea. But I will say, from the outside looking in, if I saw a couple say they wanted to separate and get their own apartment, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Which Asia, I believe, pointed out in our live that, okay, Lindsay, you were sleeping in separate bedrooms than Carl for a minute before y'all were supposed to get married.
But you
Which,
can't leave the house. Can't
no,
leave the house.
no, 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 no,
Separate
no,
beds
no,
is normal, but don't leave the house, I
no.
guess.
Um,
And I'm also like, but you know their situation. Why are you acting like you don't know their situation, Lindsay? I think space makes perfect sense. I mean, separating does as well. But if we're gonna
if we're gonna
try
do
to make
something,
progress, yeah.
yeah. And so then they get to the beach, and the Sierra does tell Kyle ultimately. She like pulls him aside and was just like, hey, like, I was thinking, like, why don't you guys separate and whatever and like have each other's like space? You're like, you both shouldn't be so unhappy. And like she was saying how she talked to Amanda about it. And Kyle was just like, well, what did Amanda say? Like, is this a recent thing? And she was like, it's not recent. And Amanda said, she'd be okay with it, but she doesn't know if you would be. And Kyle just looks shook because he
Looks
was all
so
like, I'm happy. We
surprised.
went to therapy. And Ciara's
Yeah.
like, about that.
No, his face fell. He looked like upset. And here's the thing. If you've been listening all season, you know that I don't really, even before the scandal, I didn't like Kyle. I don't think he treated Amanda very well or listened to her. But I did feel bad for him here because I was like, oh my God, he's actually thinking it would work. I think he thinks, oh shit, I think he thinks like they could resolve it. Like he legitimately thinks that. Amanda is clearly checked out, but Kyle's actually trying. So then, like when he reacts to this information, I'm like, oh damn, that
Yeah.
would suck to hear that you're going to therapy with me and we're making progress, but then you're telling Ciara something else. Now, in her defense, though, I kind of feel like it was Ciara's idea that she brought up, and
Hmm.
Amanda said yes to it, and now she's like telling Kyle maybe they haven't had a chance to talk, but I could be totally wrong as well.
Yeah, no, it seems like it could be that. And like, he's often been pretty delusional about his relationship.
Yes, which
So
is
there's
also why it's hard to
that.
be sympathetic. Like, you don't see this girl hates you? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
How'd you miss that?
And I mean, Amanda, they're the thing with both of them is they're both like the worst communicators.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, how can you get anywhere? Um, but
Mhm.
also something that happens at the beach is Amanda and Mia talk about West and Sierra. And Mia's like, oh my gosh, I hate you because you didn't go get drinks with us after soft bar. And Amanda's like, I wasn't invited. And it's like, okay, anyways,
We literally saw Jesse invite you
that part. What? Because Sabrina didn't invite you? She doesn't like you because you tried to fuck her man. Anyways, um,
and play her on TV.
yeah, like what did you expect?
What'd you
Um,
want her to do?
but she's like, I just like don't get it. Like I would never invite Wes and Sierra to like an intimate thing. Like it's so soon. And I'm like, well, it actually sounds like it wasn't that
Intimate.
intimate. And like many people went. Like Mia
I was
went,
like,
Jesse went, like,
yeah, it's not intimate. They were there. Jesse was
yeah.
there. It's not intimate.
And then Amanda goes on this like Cassie Euphoria level tirade where she's trying to convince herself that she cares about Sierra and wants the best for her. But ultimately, she doesn't because we know what she ends up doing. But it's just very much like Sierra is the most precious girl. Like, you have to be careful with her heart and you can't hurt her. You have to treat her differently. And it's just like, she's so amazing. And think about it, I don't trust Wes because I don't know what Wes' intentions are. But I'd be so happy if they got back together, like, totally. But I don't know if they would. And it's just like one of those things where, like, Sierra could give me a look. And if she gave me a look, then I would totally kill West. It's like, okay.
And it's like, is this your like internal dialogue as to why you can't like West?
That was
And
her,
then
like, yeah.
and then did you not want to go to the dinner thing because you didn't want to see West with Sierra? Like, what are you on about right now?
Mia's
Because
just
for
like,
all of
sure.
Amanda's behavior, I'm going to suss out all of it. Like anything is possible. So throw it to the wind. Like, oh, the Sierra deserves the world, blah blah blah. Like that's you. That's what you say to yourself when you're like, oh my God, I like him so much. Like that's what you're saying
Agreed.
to yourself. That's
Yeah.
your rationale in your head of why you need to like chill out. But obviously it
Yeah.
doesn't work.
It was just doth protest too much and just like bizarre energy.
Yes.
Um, and then yeah, it was just Mia was just sitting there just like, yeah, totally. Like,
Mia
um,
didn't say anything back.
yeah,
I didn't even peep that. Mia was just like, okay. I don't
cool.
even think we saw her reply, actually.
It was just a lot. But they leave the beach and then they're getting ready for the freedom dinner. And with that, there's not too much before the freedom dinner. I feel like KJ did bring
Um,
Sierra her grills, which was a cute moment.
that was cute.
Um, and then people were just really getting ready, I feel like.
Yeah. We did see this weird moment. I don't know if you saw it.
Was it at the beach?
Um, no, in the house when they're all getting ready,
Mm.
like Amanda goes up to West's
Oh,
room and
yes.
he's like getting dressed and she like gives him eyebrows and then he like does something and then it's like short and I'm just like, ew, what the fuck was that? You both are gross. Y'all were doing it there too?
They
Like,
were.
yeah,
It
they
was
you
something.
you knew something. But then they showed Levi naked.
They did. Because she was
I
like,
was
there's no
like,
towels. And then she walks out with like a hand one. And it's like, this is what you show of her.
and Bailey's like, I can see your coochie. And it's like, she really pissed somebody off. It must have been an editor. It had to be. It
It
had to
had to be
be.
something.
Like,
Like, someone come forward and
damn.
let us know.
Yeah.
Um, so we get to the freedom dinner, and Lindsay presents the idea of everyone going around the table and saying something they lost and something they found. Carl lost me, and then he found girls in his DMs. Like, okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yes.
They're about to sit down, and Carl and Bailey attempt to flirt with each other. It is the most. Oh my
This
God.
is disrespectful.
I'm not a flirtatious person. I think I could do better. Yeah, your dress, your that white dress you wore at the soft bar opening, it was good.
It was see-through.
Oh, yeah. I could like see some things. She's like, "Did you see my dog?"
You liked
He's
it?
like, he's like, "Yeah, I did."
I'm like,
Like,
please fucking spare me with this. I can't. Y'all are not dating.
Brandon, your dress was good. Not, we don't have at. You can't think of a better at like pretty,
Your dress looked
beautiful,
really soft at my
beautiful.
bar.
Honestly, that would have been better because at least it would have been fucking funny.
That's
I was
true.
just like, are they both having strokes? What the fuck? They can't speak? Oh my God. Wes must be contagious because no one knows how to talk. I was like, this is horrible. Just make it stop. But then they both in their confessionals are like, Carl, and then Carl's like, Bailey's blah 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 blah, and I'm like, no, you don't like each other. There's no way. There's no way this is how you act when you like each
Y'all
other.
are
Y'all
just
made an
friends,
agreement.
please.
Yes, y'all made an agreement that you'd flirt maybe, or maybe you're just doing it for shits and giggles, but you don't actually like each other. There's no way.
I don't. I'm not buying it and I don't care. I'm just like, I can't put emotional stock into this. I don't care.
No, no.
Because then, okay, so we get the lost and found stuff, and Lindsay says her actual one where it's like, I lost. What did she lose? Did she say Carl or something like that? Oh,
Um,
timelines. She lost
yes,
timelines. Because that was her thing.
against Gemma,
Her
Bailey.
favorite girl or like something like
Mm,
that. It was very
yeah,
sweet.
it was sweet.
Um, Bailey says that she lost a terrible relationship the summer before, and then she found joy. Um, and then did Carl say anything, or is this where they tell them to make out?
Yeah, they make out because, yeah, I think they
Sarah's
make
like,
out.
"Have
It's
y'all
just,
made out?" And they're like,
I
"No,
can't
why
even
would we
remember
do
the
that?"
prompting, but they
Yeah,
just
I
make out.
forget the exact prompting, but ultimately Ciara does tell them to make out, and then they make out. And the
Yeah.
house is just like, "Oh my gosh, oh," and I'm just like,
Whoa.
it looked like a good makeout, I guess. But even when they're talking about in the interviews, Bailey's like, "Yeah, that was a great makeout," and they're like, "Did you like it better than Ben's?" And she lies and says yes, and I'm like, I see in your face that's not true. And then Carl's just like, "It was like when you put the plug on the first try of an outlet." I would make out with her again. I'm like, why are we months later talking about I would make out with you again? Like, y'all don't like each other. I can't.
You don't
Nope.
like each other,
No,
and
no,
the
no, no.
plug of an outlet? Like, what's going on, Carl? You don't know how to talk? What the fuck?
I can't. But good for them. At least they got to make out before the season ended. Um,
Yeah.
KJ says, he gets
Oh, West
emotional.
goes first.
Oh, West. Oh, fuck. How could I forget? Oh, because I tried to. He lost his voice last summer. Can't lose what you never had. And this summer he gained a friendship back with Ciara and his voice back.
Everybody cheers and applauds.
Ciara was too happy.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Ciara, I love you with all my heart. And I defend you to the ends of the earth. But because of this, I have to be real with you and be like, I want you to watch this back and never accept mediocrity like this again. I
Period.
want you to see how giddy you were from the bare minimum and learn that
Oh,
you cannot be like that again.
oh my
And I
God.
say this with love.
Yeah. No, it needs to be. It's just so bad because, like,
Look, we've all been there. So it's
we
not even
have.
hate. It's just like,
It's not hate. It's not. In her mind, he is a sweet guy. And, like, we obviously know now that he's not. But I really wonder. I only, for this 2 seconds, wonder what it would have been like to watch this had they not done all that.
yeah,
Had the West Side Story not happened. But like afterwards, after this, or like during, or I don't know, they have some kind of intermission because she gets up and says he's just a baby. Like that's how she sees him. So I
yeah.
get why she accepted it. I get why she thought it was sweet because he's just a baby, I guess. Turns out he's the devil.
Sierra, get
But
up. Get up. Love you,
uh,
but get up. It was just a lot. And it's just like, look, I think too, a big thing with Sierra, I don't know if I ever said this, but I've been thinking it. I think she really just, I think she likes him a lot. So it's a
yeah,
lot of that and all of that. But I think also, I think she wants to believe that he likes her as much as she likes him. So she
yeah,
wants to validate that. And she wants to make it seem like, oh, she wants it to be like, no, I wasn't crazy. Like, no, like this could
yes.
be something. This would be everything I thought it would be.
Right. And who wouldn't? Because
Yeah.
he was like kind of gaslighting her in all of his interviews, saying all these crazy things. Of course, you would love for the narrative that like destroyed you to not be true.
Hmm.
And I can't blame her for that. She's got a big heart.
And he's the devil. So he's giving her just enough.
Just enough,
Um,
unfortunately.
but then we get KJ. And it was a super sweet, sad moment where he talks about how he
Yeah.
lost his brother when his brother was 17, about to turn 18, and that he never really had male figures in his life. And like he's had mentors, but that's really it. And so he's very appreciative of like getting closer with the guys this summer because he feels though it's like filled that void and given him like family and things like that. And I'm like, that was so sweet.
It was. But I was also just like, those guys?
That part, I was like, KJ,
Those guys?
you are so
They,
above these guys. But
they
I
must
love it. But
Yeah, I was like, you're the most mature of them, but I'm so glad that you find support with them and you enjoy the community. And obviously, we don't see the guys chat, we don't know what's
yeah,
going on. But I was like, those guys?
I was
That's
like, them?
crazy. Hmm.
Sweatbox, Toothy Jesse, Soft Bar, Rage Filled Kyle, and then Strict Ben.
Yeah.
Those okay.
If
Hey,
he was like, Ben, you're my best friend, I'd be like, cool. But all the collective of those men? Damn.
hey.
Okay.
Sierra goes next. She says she lost the hatred she had for West, who she loves the most,
Ah.
and she found the bars because she went out this season. And I was like, okay,
I'm
at
glad
least
she
that
didn't
was kind
say
of
she.
funny.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad you didn't find him.
Yeah. Um, and so then I think this is when it's supposed to be Kyle's turn. And Lindsay's like, he lost his wedding ring but found a DJ career. I'm
You
like,
cackled
what?
so loud it went out.
I know I heard it go silent real quick. And I'm just like, oh damn. And even I think Jesse was like, oh, she's on one tonight. And it's like, yep. Um,
Lindsay is clocked in. Okay.
And then this is where Jesse asks, kind of like, oh, what is going on with the DJ thing? And then Amanda goes, Vegas. So I guess Kyle potentially he's getting a manager and he might do stuff at Vegas, but the manager will help him so he doesn't have to do as many DJ gigs and he can be more intentional, which I see as okay, that is actually a step to compromise. As far as if her problem's the DJing thing and how often, okay, getting the manager, I can be more selective. I could still meet you halfway and like do what I like and do what I love, but maybe have more time for us to be together. But I will say, Lindsay points out, because Lindsay's like, okay, bitch, I saw this sentiment online and I do agree. Lindsay's trying to get her lick back for all the shit Kyle said about her in past seasons. Lindsay was like, we're going full, I'm bad cop. So, did you discuss this with your wife prior to making this decision? Or did you just tell her you were going to do it? And he's like, I didn't sign it. And she's like, oh, so this is the conversation. And he's like, well, I was going to do it maybe tomorrow, maybe in a different
Fuck you,
setting.
bird. Yeah,
Because this
likely
is
so.
at the table.
Yeah.
And she's just pressing him and just like grilling him on like, you're making these decisions without consulting your wife and like going in. And then she's like, this is why Amanda said that she wanted to have a family with someone who wanted to have a family with her at the reunion. And then Kyle pushes back and he's like, I didn't say it at the reunion, but she doesn't even want a kid right now. So I don't know why she would say that about me at the reunion. Like that was crazy.
Hmm.
Um, and you have Amanda with her hair looking worse than ever. So bad. And she's wearing pajamas. And she's just making these hideous faces. Not to say
Yeah.
she's hideous, but she's making faces that are hideous. Like,
Yeah.
and you doing all this. And then look, you as a husband should never tell your wife, fuck you.
Hmm.
But Amanda does have a face that you just want to say fuck you to.
Yeah, because Lindsay, like, we summarized, but it's kind of consistent for like a good couple minutes. She's just like bringing up
Yeah.
points and going in. Ciara chimes in once. I can't remember exactly what point she was trying to make.
She was
Um,
trying to talk about like, oh, you're entering another career and like all of that. Ben tries to defend him about the manager thing.
yeah, I think Ciara commented on because Kyle's like, all the DJs I know are married with kids. And I think Ciara or Lindsay said
I think it was a Lindsay. It was just like they had the families before, or they went into the
they were,
family with that.
yeah.
This is like a
And
new
I can't
thing.
remember what, but Ciara did chime in once. Ben did try to defend him, but she's going in on Kyle. And Kyle's like flustered because none of his answers are good enough. And she just keeps going on and on and
Yeah.
on and on, laying it on thick as she does.
And Amanda's just there making faces because this is what Amanda wanted. Like Amanda is totally fine with this. She wants Kyle to explode. She wants Kyle put on blast. She's checked out and over the relationship. Um, and it's just she's despicable. And look,
She
he looks
is.
at her and just says, fuck you. And was that warranted? No. But
No.
at the time, he really did like reach his breaking point.
Yeah.
So I understand why he was upset. And I'm sure he was still upset about the conversation with Ciara, about the separation. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot. So I understand him being upset. Him
Yeah.
smacking the table. He gets very physical. And to me, that's where I'm like, okay, Kyle, like that's where, and not even so much the yelling. It's like the physicality. I'm like, you need to chill.
Yeah, yeah, because he gets up and he's like, oh, because he's just like while he was sitting calmly, not calmly, but while he was sitting before he's escalated, he's like, you're putting this all on me, so it's all my fault. I'm all to blame. So he starts to get defensive. Then he smacks the table, gets up, and is like, no, I'm not gonna do this shit. Like, you guys always fucking gang up on me. Like, I'm not gonna have this right now. And then he just like is our like the bottle cap has burst. Like, he's pissed.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can't really blame him for getting mad. Should you act like that when you're mad? Absolutely not. But do I understand why you're mad? Yeah.
After he had said fuck you to Amanda, West was just like,
Hmm.
no, don't say that. And then he went to sit by Amanda. I'm
Hmm.
like, yeah,
He's
y'all
like, talk
fucking.
to Lindsay. Direct your anger at Lindsay, not at Amanda. I was like, ew, what are you doing all that for?
Mm. And it's just, and there's a lot of discourse online between is the cast overstepping? Was Lindsay overstepping in this moment? Was Ciara overstepping when she mentioned the separation to Kyle? I thought maybe Ciara shouldn't have told Kyle what Amanda said, but also it is on TV, so it is what it is. And this is my thing too. I totally understand friends shouldn't like get involved in your relationship like that, especially like a marriage, and they shouldn't gang up on you on like at a dinner in real life. But this is a reality show.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, Amanda and Kyle have put their own relationship on blast for 10 years. And it's been a constant narrative for Kyle to say, like, people shouldn't talk about my relationship. It's an issue he had with everyone, with Hannah, with Paige, with everyone. It's just like people talking about his relationship. And it's like, but they're on a reality show where they're supposed to talk about what's going on. And you're constantly yelling and fighting with your wife in front of everyone. Are people just supposed to be like mute? Like and not say anything. And I think at this point, it's just gotten to a point where it's been 10 years. It's so obvious, to quote Angie K, y'all from Salt Lake City, y'all have one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel when it comes to like the life of your relationship. Like
Yeah.
at some point, it's just like you've made it everyone's business. So let's talk about it. Granted, I understand you getting upset when it's being talked about this way. I understand
Yeah.
Kyle being upset, but the idea of people doing it, I'm just kind of like, it is what it is at this point. Like, y'all's relationship sucks, and I get it, it's a marriage and it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, like, eh, we're on a show and we're supposed to talk about this shit, and like, you make it our issue. So let's get down to it.
I do think I agree with you for the most part. I do think though that you can push people too far, and I think it was
Mm-hmm.
clear that he was getting upset and Lindsay could have stopped at any point.
Agreed.
Um and she didn't. And then she sat there surprised when he stormed outside and car and they're gonna fight? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, I mean, yeah. I get why you'd be surprised, but also like, you know him, and
Yeah.
you intentionally push his buttons. Should you react like that when people push your buttons? No. But on the flip side, Amanda does not like that man. Look, Amanda doesn't want to be around him. She didn't come last weekend because she doesn't bring around them. Jalissa brought this up. Like, Amanda, you don't want him around. When you are around him, you hate him. Him going to Vegas could be nice. Maybe a little break for you. Like now I have to look at his perspective because you're a piece of shit. So maybe that break could have been nice. You don't like him that much. You don't want him around. Let the man go DJ. Like I get that that's
Yeah.
the area. That's the area of contention in their relationship is him DJing. But would you want him to be home? I don't know.
It's
Like
like she wants to get divorced, but because Amanda takes no agency in any aspect of her life except for when it's fucking her best friend's ex and then yelling at her best friend about it. Aside from that, she takes zero agency. She doesn't have even any agency to purchase a hairbrush that works. So she doesn't have any agency to actually like take a stand with her relationship and do whatever. Like she doesn't want to be with him, but she won't say or do it. And I'm also wondering,
yeah,
are y'all just saving this for in the city?
yeah. I don't know. It doesn't
Like
make
it's
sense.
just like lame. And that's just another thing with the whole discourse of like, is it everyone's place? Honestly, I'm over Kyle and Amanda. So like I don't really care. Like they're ending. Like, yeah, it's maybe they shouldn't say all this, but it's also kind of like enough is enough.
Yeah, and I kind of do, and I agree with you that I do kind of think that it is people's places to be able to say something because that's what you do on these things. But also, y'all were arguing for several weeks. I think the first two weekends was just you arguing in
Mm,
front of everybody, kind of by choice. Like you didn't choose to have those conversations in private. So, respectfully, you let them all in your business. So,
yeah.
the show aside, it's like it's
You
here.
left the door open with a sign that said, come on in, and then got mad when they stepped foot in your house. Like,
Yeah. And I guess Kyle could have said that. Hey, I don't want to talk about this right now. Like he did last weekend when the boys were like, or I can't remember if it was
oh
last
yeah,
weekend or
Jesse on
the
the
day
boat
before.
was bringing up something.
He's like, you know what? I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But at the, I don't know. He felt ganged up on, so I get it.
And that's the thing. I do get that. I understand his like blow up.
Yeah.
Again, didn't handle it the best, but I understand how he got there.
Yeah, and then Carl. So
Calm
we
down,
see
man.
We see Kyle storm outside, and then I think West, no, not West. I think KJ stands up. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, Ben!" Ben is like, "Hey, hey!" Ben tries to de-escalate. Good job, Ben, but it doesn't work. So then Kyle's rushing to the door, and Carl's behind him. He's like, "Hey, man, calm down, calm down." And Kyle's like, "Fuck you, Carl." Carl's like, "Fuck me." I've been waiting. I've
You're
I've
a
been waiting for
fucking
you at the
loser.
door.
Bet.
I was waiting for you at the door. I was like, I've been waiting for this, motherfucker. Let's fight. You
Bet.
want to fight? I'm
Give me a reason.
mad.
Give me a reason. Give me a reason because you didn't invest in my bar. You didn't text me on the anniversary of my brother's death. I'm not in the city. I'm ready
You're
to
the
fight.
worst best friend ever. Carl's like, I have been waiting for this, motherfucker. Let's go. I was
He was
like, what?
ready. I wonder if they actually get physical
Yeah, because we
because it
just
ends
see
in a to
people
be
holding people back.
continued. So we'll see.
hmm
And they haven't
We just
released the
see
first few minutes, which I
there was a
doubt they will
lot,
release
but
the actual first few minutes because sometimes with episodes, they'll release like a random 5 or 7 minutes if they don't want you to see the beginning. And I feel like that's what they'll do with
and
this.
they probably don't. Yeah. But I was just like, oh damn.
Mm,
And Carl was just fighting for his own honor. He's like, I've
he
just been waiting
is.
for this. Separate from
Uh,
everything else.
he's like,
And Kyle
bet,
wanted
let's
to fight
go.
somebody too. He's like, I'm tired of people ganging up on me. Yeah, let's fight each other.
Carl's like, I'm ready to get my baddies chain. They're fighting for the last baddies chain. And Natalie Nunn's like, Natalie Nunn, baddies. They're like, bet. Square up, ho. Uh, but that was the episode. Great episode. This was a good one.
It was a good one. Oh my god, Brandon. So
Yes.
Brandon watches baddies. I can't do it. Okay, like just I just can't watch people get beat up consistently. But I do see clips. And I did see the clip of it's Natalie Nunn talking to somebody. You probably know who it is. And she walks up to a piano and starts like singing a song. Do you know what I'm talking about? The girl walks
No.
up to the piano and starts roasting Natalie Nunn, but over the piano and like makes up a song on the spot. Brandon, you know what I'm talking
How did it
about.
go? Did it go, Rashida got
Fuck.
bags? Her husband's a girl.
No.
Her
Oh
career
my
is
god.
over
No.
all over the world.
What was one of them? I just
That
remember that she like when she was done with her song, she walked back and Natalie was like, "Nobody, yo, you're home, you're homeless," and the girl was like, "Yeah, and you're always yeah, I'm homeless, but you're always watching me."
red.
Like, yes, yes,
Natalie's
yes.
chin or chin, something like that.
And then she was like, "She has," I can't remember. It was really
She
funny though.
has no something. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. That was the conversation with Natalie and Red. Because on Bad Girls Club, Red bit her arm and Natalie still has a scar on her arm.
Oh my
Um,
god. See, this is why I
but
can't watch
that's
that
funny
show.
because just why, if y'all don't know what I sang, when you said the piano thing, I was like, the first thing I thought of as far as like a piano and roasting was Game of Show roasting Kirk and Rashida on Love and Hip Hop. Rashida's got
Oh.
bags. Her husband's a girl. Her career is over all over the world.
Her
Um,
husband's a girl is crazy.
all right. With that, I think that's it for today's episode.
This was fun.
This was great episode. Great time chatting with you per usual. But with that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you leave a review, we shout those out. On
Yes.
Spotify, you can also give us 5 stars and you can leave comments under the videos. We love to respond to those. If you want to see our beautiful faces instead of just listening to our beautiful voices, you could subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Shade of It All Podcast. We also post fun clips on TikTok at the Shade of It All Podcast, and we have our Patreon at the Shade of It All, where for $3 a month, you can watch shows live with us every week. We do Summer House every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it's super fun. And soon we're going to be doing Love Island when it comes back. So stay tuned for that.
Stay
But
tuned.
again, it's only $3, so it's not breaking the bank too much. But with that being said, I think that's it. And thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.